Assalamualaikum and a very good morning. My name is Sunatra binti Abdullahi from Polytechnic Tun Said Nasisa Ismail. Okay, I'll be presenting about the ability of cocker shell to adsorb heavy metal, which is lithium and chromium, from industrial effluent. Okay, my presentation will include the following, which is introduction to industrial effluent and heavy metal, previous research, objective, material and methods, result, and also the conclusion. Okay, as you can see here, the origin of heavy metal pollution in the water itself is mainly due to rapid industrialization and also the process of urbanization that has led to accumulation of heavy metal in the environment. Okay, and there are various manufacturing industry such as batteries, steel production, mining, textile spinning, and so on, major contributors to the increase of the concentration of heavy metal in environment, and they are responsible for the impact of heavy metal. Okay, so these industries, okay, the effluent discharge from these industries were not treated well, thus it can cause harm to aquatic organism and also give negative impact onto human health. And other than that, heavy metal also can enter the water in natural ways, okay, such as mercury. It can enter the water through volcanic activity and also underground seepage. And also the lead, okay, the lead can enter the water through the process of crystallization that occur in air with the help of rainwater. And copper, okay, copper can enter the water through erosion of mineral rocks and through small amount of atmospheric rainfall. So basically, uh, these are the previous research that related to this research. Okay, according to the result of a study on cocker shell, which is also known as Anadromous granosa. Okay, Anadromous granosa, the scientific name of cocker shell. It is found that the calcium carbonate contained in shellfish skin has the ability to absorb heavy metal in industrial effluent. And many researchers have used natural limestone as a material for the removal of toxic metal ion from contaminated water and have reported that calcium carbonate is a very effective material for the treatment of water contaminated with heavy metal ion, and it has a very high removal efficiency for heavy metal. Okay, so because of this, coca shell have the similarities with limestone because both has calcium carbonate, so it is very good and very effective to remove the heavy metal from contaminated water. Okay, so in this research we have two objectives, which are to develop natural absorbent from waste coca shell, and the second one is to analyze the percentage of heavy metal adsorbed using coca shell. Okay, eco-friendly natural-based adsorbent has been introduced because it is low cost and a safe method for industrial effluent treatment purpose. Okay, compare if we use the chemical one, so it quite expensive and also it can contribute to environmental pollution. Okay, so for methodology, we have several parts. Okay, the first one is information gathering. Okay, we have read related journal as much as we can before we begin. Okay, we have done some research, and our material was coca shell, so it was collected along the coast at Malacca. Okay, and then it was cleaned regularly using clean water and heated at a temperature of 100 degrees Celsius for 3 hours. Okay, this coca shell then was grinded using grinding machine into powder. Okay, we use a sieve, okay, sieve plate to separate the coca shell according to size. And for the effluent sample, we have collected the effluent sample from electroplating industry area in Muar district. Okay, for adsorption process, this effluent from electroplating industry were taken to test the effectiveness for the of the coca shell powder on the absorption of heavy metal contained in water. Okay, so the pH of industrial effluent was taken before and after the adsorption process. And the adsorption process was carried out using 5, 10, and 15 gram of cocoa shell. We have a variety of weight. Okay, so we want to um, know the best condition and the best condition for the adsorption to occur. So it will contact with 10 ml of effluent sample, and the time taken for the process to occur will 2 4 NC hours. Okay, and then after that the sample then will analyze using UV spectrophotometer to check the absorbance value for both lithium and chromium. Okay, so for this graph, we can see the absorbance value of the sample after treatment. Okay, the trend shows a decreases as the amount of adsorbent mix increases. However, absorption of lithium is constant for the first 2 hours, and then we increase the contact time to 4 hours. Okay, there is no much changes in absorbance value. However, the trend still decreases, and then we increase the contact time up to 6 hours, and the trend shows decreases in absorbance value as we increase the amount of cocoa shell. So as we can see, the highest value of adsorption occurred when we increase the amount of cocoa shell up to 15 gram and expose for 6 hours. Because as we increase the amount of cocoa shell, so the the surface area for the contact for adsorption process to occur will be increased. Okay, so the amount of heavy metal to be adsorbed also increase. So we conclude so we conclude that as the amount of cocoa shell and adsorption time increase, so the amount of heavy metal adsorbed increase. Alright, so I think that's all for my presentation today. Thank you.